Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. God is reminding us right here that He's already got it all figured out. He sees the bigger picture, the one we can't always see. So when those anxious thoughts come creeping in, remember this verse. It reminds us that God's plans are for our good, even when we don't understand them. Let's move on to Isaiah 41:10, where God speaks directly to our hearts, saying, So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Friends, we serve a God who doesn't leave us to fend for ourselves. Philippians 4:6-7 gives us a practical guide saying, Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Prayer isn't just a religious ritual, it's a lifeline. But Jesus reminds us in Matthew chapter 6, verse 34, Therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Focus on what you can control. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is let go of control. But Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6 encourage us to do just that. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. When we surrender our plans, our worries, our very lives to Him, we open ourselves up to His guidance and direction. He promises to make our paths straight. Life is full of uncertainties, isn't it? But Romans chapter 8, verse 28 gives us hope in the midst of it all. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Even when we don't understand what's happening, even when it hurts, we can hold on to this truth. God is working it all out for our good. He can take our mistakes, our disappointments, our heartaches, and use them to shape us, to mold us, to draw us closer to Him. It gives us hope in the midst of uncertainty. It takes courage to face the unknown, doesn't it? But in Deuteronomy 31:6, God gives us a powerful reminder of His presence and strength. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. He's not just cheering us on from the sidelines, He's right there with us, every step of the way. A call to bravery and trust in God's faithfulness. Carrying around anxiety and worry is like carrying a heavy burden, isn't it? But 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7 gives us a beautiful invitation. Cast all your anxiety on Him because He cares for you. God doesn't want us to shoulder those burdens alone. He invites us to give them to Him, to release them into His loving care. In a world that's constantly moving and shaking, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and anxious. But Psalm 46, verse 10 offers us a place of peace. He says, Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. As we navigate the ups and downs of life, we need courage to keep going. And that's exactly what God gives us in Joshua chapter 1, verse 9. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened, and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. A command to be brave, backed by God's promise. You're not alone in your fears. God is with you, and His word is your weapon against anxiety. Hold on to these verses, meditate on them, and let them transform your heart and mind. If you found this video helpful, please give a thumbs up and subscribe for more encouraging content.